What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Strikeout Beer Podcast with your pals Alan and Rapid Dave. I'm Alan.
Rapid Dave, what's up?
Oh, not much. Just going to knock back a Yingling Light, and we're going to talk
Nice.
about baseball.
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 I tell you
We're
what, the
talking.
season started, and I've been
Yeah,
just jazzed ever since.
yeah, yeah.
Pretty much watching all the Ranger games, and then I'll put on in the morning. I'll put on MLB Network where it's like quick pitch, and they go through the games the night before, hit the highlights and whatnot. Oh, I love it, love it. Tomorrow's the Ranger opener. I thought it was today for some reason. I was like, oh
No,
man,
tomorrow.
but yeah, it's kind of a dead
3:05
game.
first pitch.
Mm-hmm. Yep, against the Reds,
Um,
ballpark in Arlington. Or no, you know what I heard? It's at the Costco in Arlington or whatever. But anyways, I heard this is like unconfirmed. It's just I think it's just playing with my emotions. But it said that the Rangers are going to play one game at Globe Life at the ballpark in Arlington this year.
okay.
And I'm like, no, they won't. There's no way. There's no way. And if they do, it'll sell out. The tickets will be crazy priced. Ah,
Will
what,
it?
what I wouldn't give to just go home.
I just want to go home. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We have an agenda today. Okay, sir. We're talking about the ABS system and exposing umps, maybe.
I mean,
Maybe
there's a couple that have just had a rough go where they haven't
You're,
got any calls right. Like
so we
insane.
got two umps in particular.
Mhm.
There's no total numbers out there for the season right now, right? Um, Now you could probably go and pull the stuff. There might be a website or two out there, that might have it. But for the most part, if you look it up, you can't find it, right? But there are two games that stand out. Um, CB Buckner
Mhm.
had a game where he had 8 challenges and 6 were overturned.
Yeah, he started getting pissed like halfway through the game. It's like, okay, dude, but you're missing them. And listen, I'll tell you this right now. I think if it's the whole point of the thing is if it caught a piece of the plate or didn't catch a piece of plate, I understand it's like if it's off by the when it's off by a tenth of an inch, I mean, it's like right there. It's like, man, if that's close enough, it's like, man, you should just call it, however it was called. But then that's not the point of the
Right.
ABS system, right? But you also can't fault him for that. Be like, no, you tell me I missed it. I didn't miss it. It's just right there, a tenth of an inch. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with that. But the ones that are like half of an inch, 2 inches, 4 inches, that's a problem.
Those ones are close, right? It was funny, like the one I like the John Boy breakdown
Mhm.
of the CB Buckner game because he tried to ring up a guy twice.
Oh yeah.
Um, and the first time he rung him up, he was so excited, and he's just like, and it was I think it was like 2 inches off the plate.
Yeah.
And then the very next pitch, and it's funny because like John Boy breaks it down in slow mo, and he's starting to ring him up, but he never takes his eyes off the guy, and he's just like, and that one missed by like an inch.
Mhm.
That one was a little bit closer, and then he ended up walking. That guy ended up walking. But he doesn't have the worst game this year though.
No.
That would belong to one Mr. Chad Whitson,
Yeah.
and he had 7 challenges,
Mhm.
and all 7 were overturned.
Yeah. Yeah. It has
I've
it here.
seen
Like,
that one.
there's a couple of them that have 100%. Like Mike Estabrook, he's 5. He had 5 and 5, and whatnot. But you know what I don't like? I'll tell you this right now. Like, it'll have the pitches called next to it, and it's
Mhm.
like I there was this breakdown one day. I think it might have been John Boy or somebody else. And you know what? It probably was somebody else because they were really berating like the umpires, and they were like, you think about this, right? Oh, there's 300 pitches or whatever in a game, right? Just say 300, right? He goes, "Oh, they had to get all those calls right." It's like, no, he didn't, because some of them are the balls are in play, they're fouled off. And also there's other ones that aren't even close, like pitches in the dirt or just way out of the even range of where you would even call a strike, right?
Right.
So they don't have to make a call on those. They got to make the calls on the ones that are around the plate that the player's not swinging at. You know what I'm saying? And so that's when that's like the guy. There was like 22 pitches. That's what he had to make. He only had to make 22 calls an entire game.
Well, but I
He
would
still missed
say
on 5.
it's not even that, right? Because there was one, and I don't know who the ump is, but I saw the replay of it where the pitcher threw it right down the middle of the plate.
Oh yeah.
It was right in the middle of the strike zone, and he called it a ball. And the catcher was like, "Yeah, no, buddy, you missed that one." And they
Salvatore.
show it, and it's literally in the middle of the box,
Yeah.
like the easiest overturn ever.
It's crazy because it's where the catcher sets up, and if he thinks it's a crazy frame job or something like that, there's a lot of the things that kind of the way it used to be. I'm actually okay with it, man. I'm okay with it.
I
Everybody just wanted to get it right, and now we're finally getting right. But if you run out of challenges, if you're a batter and there's no one on base and there's like 2 outs and stuff like, don't be challenging anything. You know what I mean? You got to be thinking about your like.
I mean,
Say
if you're down by 1, that's a
yeah,
little bit of a difference, right?
if you're
But
about to
it's
walk,
you get 3 in
yeah,
a game, but if you get it right, you get to keep it,
yeah,
right?
that's the beauty part.
So you can have infinite, right? But once you get 3 wrong, you're done,
Yeah.
right?
That's why you
Um,
want to save them for like a high value moment. You know what I mean? I think the Yankees have done pretty well. That was that game where they like nailed like 6 in like an inning or some crap like that. It was absolutely bonkers.
but
Um,
it's not even just the balls and strikes, right? CB Buckner had a game here in the last day or 2, or this was yesterday, I think it was.
okay.
Um, he was in the field calling,
Oh God.
and this is Tampa Bay, and I can't tell who the other team is. Um, but he blew a call at first where he said the batter was out, running the first.
The runner. Yeah.
The run, yeah, batter, runner, whatever. He
Mhm.
hit the ball, he batted it, and then he ran. And it wasn't even close. Like,
I mean, how far are we talking here?
d look up CB Buckner blown call at first.
Yeah, it take too long. So was it like more than a step?
Oh, dude.
And he called him
Oh,
out or called him safe?
he called him out.
What do you already
And
passed the bag?
dude, the picture I'm looking at, he's standing on the bag.
He's
The
awful.
runner is over to the right of the bag, and the ball's still in the air heading towards him. Like, he's not even standing on the bag
Let's listen.
yet.
Or hold on,
The
let me mute
catcher.
it real quick. I'm gonna mute it, and then I'll play the audio only. So if you're watching this, sorry, but I'm gonna play
I mean, you
the
could
audio.
show the video.
I don't want to do it.
Okay.
This is a remake. Yeah. Well, I'm not listening to this S. So let
But
me see.
watch it so you can see.
All right. You're all on his ass.
I mean, it's not close.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm watching it right now. Was the ball overthrown to first and he called him out? I don't know what's going on here. Like I'm watching one. He's just a terrible umpire. Like, dude, it just shows you the lack of umpires that we
Well,
have.
statistically, he's the worst umpire.
Yeah.
Like in 2024, he had a 92.3% accuracy rate. Oh, that's actually over the last 2 seasons. 92% accuracy rate on balls and strikes.
I'm so tired of this.
But this call was just awful.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. And I don't want to hear the damn I want to see the video. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Right.
tired of these. I don't want to hear the damn reaction video. I want to see the video.
Right.
And I want to hear the actual freaking thing. So yeah, I'm not doing it. We'll do it later. Maybe we'll do a
The only
reaction
guy I
video.
want to listen to break things down is John Boy.
That's
That's
it.
it.
I don't care about
That's
it.
it.
No offense. That's all I want to hear.
I if it offends you, I don't care.
Yeah.
John Boy's the best that there is right now at doing it.
He's a legend.
Um, he's awesome.
Yeah.
I enjoy his videos. Um,
Love the lip reading.
dude, his lip reading is on point, right? Like, and I don't know if that's
What are
him
you
raising the lip
talking about? What are you talking? Yeah.
or if he's got a guy on staff that like that's that guy's job, like he's a
Uh,
professional lip reader, right? But I mean, it's so great.
uh,
Like his breakdowns of lip reading are just so good. And it's funny, like the way
yeah.
he does it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so this is like it's overdue. You know it was going to happen because they had it in the minors last year, and they were like, we're gonna implement it this year. Yeah, I think we had our first game that ended by replay. It was like Orioles and the Rangers. 2 nights ago, last night, might have been last no, 2 night yeah, last night. Um, 2 nights ago, pardon me. And it was like there was one that was like pretty much piped, you know, kind of high outside, but it was like that was pretty close and it was well within the box. And that's how a game ended. A game ended by a review. It's just
Nice.
you're so tired of, I've always said this about how I like MLB, and I like that. I wish that the umpires, like, they have total control. You get mouthy, you're gone. Stuff like that. And in like the NFL, they let them just run their mouth ragged. Like, why are these people bitching about anything? Shut up, right? I'm not
Right.
gonna let some goddamn coach just sit there and jaw at me for like whatever. No, man, get the fuck out of here, right?
Or the NBA,
Yeah,
right?
the NBA,
That's
Jesus,
gotten bad.
yeah,
The NBA does a lot right, but that's not one of them.
yeah.
And I do think this is one of the things that now sometimes you have some power hungry umps that go a little bit too far,
That's what we're
right?
starting to see, or that's
Uh,
what we saw, and that's how this thing got implemented because they were like,
but
"No, I have my own strike zone." It's like, that's not how this works.
well,
That's not how it works.
it's how it
And
used to work. And
if you
the umps
set up
that are having the most problems with this, I wouldn't say problems, but the ones that are having the most overturned are your veteran, your old school umpires, right? Um, because I mean that's kind of the way it was back in the day. Like you had certain pitchers that were given the benefit of the doubt too, right? Someone like a Greg Maddux. Now, Greg Maddux typically
he threw
he
strikes.
he he threw strikes, but he worked the corners. He
Yeah.
worked the edges. He didn't work in the middle of the plate.
Well, most pitchers
He worked
don't.
in the on the edges.
Yeah.
But well, now you've got pitchers that they're just trying to blow it past you.
Yeah.
You didn't have that in Maddox's day. And Maddox wasn't that pitcher,
No.
right? He's gonna him trying to blow it past you is throwing 88, 89,
I was
right?
gonna say 91
Um,
or 93 to give him a little bit extra, but yeah, he throw a 94 at you every
but
so
he's
often.
gonna drop a changeup at you going like 76, like
Yeah.
just completely falling off the face of the earth, you
It's
know?
just it's just terrible. And then, how many times you've been screwed by a bad pitch? You're like, Jesus, that's so far outside or so far inside.
Well, Wyatt Langford a couple years ago with
You
Angel
know,
Hernandez, right?
it's just terrible. And then, you got to get, one, there's no, I think there was at one point they were doing a little bit disciplinary actions against these guys, like send them down to minor league and stuff like that. But they got to do something.
But
And
if you were a seasoned guy, you weren't going down. They weren't sending Angel Hernandez down, right?
and he was
Because he's
awful
been in the
too.
league forever. He
You
was
know,
it. Well, he was the worst.
what's
The
that guy,
worst.
Joe? That white blonde hair guy. God damn, what was his name? Joe something.
Joe
He,
Mama.
he was awful as well. It's like, but this is what we need, because this is something that, like, hey, the computer can say it. This is what it is, and this is where we're going, right? You need these reviews, you need the challenges and things like that, just because it's just, you want to get it right. Like, it might hurt you every so often, but you
Joe
want
West.
Joe. There you go, Joe West,
Cowboy Joe.
and they didn't care. They're like, no, I shut up. I called it what I called it. Eat it. It's just awful, and it ruined it. Angel Hernandez and Joe West just ruined it. If they were behind the plate, you're like, this sucks so bad, because it's going to be, if you get on their bad side, or if you were already on their bad side, if you gave them a dirty look or said they missed a call 6 months ago, they're bringing it up now. They're just ringing your ass up, and then if you look at them, they'll throw your ass out.
Oh
It's
yeah.
awful. I mean, there was that. Remember that? What was it? The PA guy was playing Three Blind Mice, or, Angel Hernandez, and he was like, "I'm about to throw his ass out of here." like, bro, I work here. You ain't throwing nothing out.
Yeah. But like Joe West, he was actually he also had like feuds with specific players.
Yeah,
Like Bryce Harper, he ejected him multiple times. Him and
right.
Jonathan Papelbon had a big confrontation on the mound once.
Yeah,
Him and Adrian Beltre had one. Milton Bradley, Mark Burley, those are some of the guys that he had some big moments with.
that's another one. Yeah, I mean, and it's crazy, right? So then they're holding a grudge, and then they'll carry it over, and they'll be like, you know what, strike zone's a little bit bigger tonight. Oh, strike zone's a little bit smaller tonight, depending on who's on the mound or who's at the plate, and that's ridiculous. That's the kind of shit we don't need.
But
We don't
also, like,
need that at all.
don't try and show up the umpire too, right? You
Oh
want to.
yeah, don't
There's
do it.
certain things that you want to make sure that you do.
Well,
That
now
ain't
when you challenge, that's exactly what you're doing. So they're getting
yeah,
a little
but
feelings hurt, and they're like, well, but there's nothing they can do unless they run out
you
of
can't.
challenges. If they run out
Right.
of challenges, shit's, hey buddy, sorry about your luck, but
Ah, yeah.
look at me, I'm the captain.
I'm the captain now.
You piece of shit, now go to the dugout.
So yeah, guys, you know what? Just tell us what you think about the ABS. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Give us your thoughts. Or is this just a stepping stone to robot umpires? Or are we going to take framing completely out of baseball? Is it just going to be a robot calling balls and strikes? I don't know, man. You tell us. Tell us what's happening. We don't know. We don't know. We're lost. You know, we're running around like chickens with our heads cut off, and we need you to guide us and take us on a journey and let us know what's happening. As always, guys, I'm Alan.
I'm RD.
Talk to you later. Deuces.